Hey guys, and welcome back to Anzo. In this video, we're going to go over the top 5 moves that Brian Cashman made to lead up to the Yankees winning the 2009 World Series. Coming in at number 5, Mark Teixeira. Mark Teixeira was a big free agent back in 2009 where he ended up signing up with the Yankees. He signed on January 6, 2009, and ever since that point on, he became the Yankees' solidified first baseman that the Yankees were looking for. He signed an 8-year, $180 million contract, which was huge back then, and he performed. In his career with the Yankees spanning over 8 years, he hit 248, 206 home runs, and 622 RBIs. If we go into the 2009 season, he hit 292, 39 home runs, and 122 RBIs. He had a great season that first year, showing that Brian Cashman definitely made an amazing move by signing Mark Teixeira. Mark Teixeira also brought a really solid glove to the game. He won the Gold Glove. Not only that, he had 2 defensive runs saved in the 2009 season. He had a .997 fielding percentage with only 4 errors throughout the whole season. So he provided the Yankees with a great glove at first base, allowing for all the infielders to really just throw it at him and he could scoop it up, take care of the plays. Now, leading up to the World Series, he had a great ALCS where he actually did a little bit better compared to the World Series stats. He did .222 batting average and he had 4 RBIs. So when it comes to the World Series, Mark Teixeira didn't really show his bat too much. You know, he hit a .136, but he really did perform throughout the season, which allowed them to get to the World Series in the first place. And on top of that, he provided, again, solid defense at first base. Now, in Game 2 and 6 of the World Series, even though his numbers weren't the best, he did come in clutch. In Game 2, he hit a key home run that helped him win that Game 2. And in Game 6, he had a key hit, which made the game 5-1 and allowed the Yankees to win that game. Overall, Mark Teixeira helped the Yankees more in the 2009 season, providing them with a solid glove. And not only that, but if we look into the World Series, he did provide some key hits in Game 2 and 6, which all those little hits, all those home runs allow for the team to end up winning those games. Coming in at number 4, Johnny Damon. Johnny Damon was a lifelong, basically, Red Sox, it seemed like. Basically, no one could see Johnny Damon shaving his beard, cutting his hair, but he did that. In December 23rd of 2005, he ended up signing a 4-year, $52 million contract with the Yankees, and he shaved his beard and cut his hair. Now, in his 4-year career as a Yankee, he hit 285, 77 home runs, 296 RBIs, 93 stolen bases. Now, if we go into the 2009 season, he hit 282, 24 home runs, 82 RBIs, and 12 stolen bases. As you can see, Johnny Damon provided a lot of speed. He provided a lot of contact hits, and he was kind of like a pesky hitter in a way too, right? He had some home run pop, so he could get you that way, but if he just got a bloop in single, he could steal, he can run, and he can cause some problems for the other team. The thing about Johnny Damon is that he has a lot of playoff experience up to this point, and he did amazing in the World Series. Out of 22 at-bats, he had a batting average of 364, 4 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases. In Game 3, he hit a 2-run double, which gave the Yankees the lead. Not only that, but in Game 4, he also had a clutch hit, which gave the Yankees the lead as well. So a really solid player, a player that came in there and basically scored these runs too. He had plenty of runs that he scored himself, but it wouldn't be possible without his speed. You know, they were very close at the plate, but with his speed, if it was anyone else, they would have gotten out. But with his speed, he was able to get on in and score some runs. Overall, Johnny Damon was a clutch player. Definitely, it was awesome having him on the dark side, not on the Red Sox, but on the Yankees, and being able to see him play and steal some bags and help the Yankees win a championship. That's why he comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, CC Sabathia. He signed a 7-year, $161 million contract with the Yankees. In his career with the Yankees over 7 years, he had a record of 134 wins and 88 losses, an ERA of 3.81. In 2009, out of 34 games started, he had a 19-8 record, a 3.37 ERA, 230 innings pitched, amazing. He's a workhorse for sure. 197 strikeouts. They signed CC back in December 18th of 2008, knowing that he was going to provide them with some postseason runs, and not only that, but also go deep into games, allowing them to really have a solid ace. Now in ALCS, ALDS, CC was the man. He really pitched amazingly in each one of those games that he was in. He had a combined 1.24 ERA for those two series, but he was the MVP of the ALCS. In the World Series, he had 2 starts. He had an 0-1 record, an ERA of 3.29, 5 earned runs, and 3 home runs allowed. Chase Utley was his killer. Chase Utley was killing it. He was hitting home runs left and right against CC and throughout the series. In Game 1, he went 7 innings, and he allowed 2 home runs to Chase Utley. In Game 4, he went 6.2 innings, and he allowed 1 home run to Chase Utley and about 3 earned runs in total in that game. The good thing about CC is that he kept them in the game. No matter what was going on, who was batting, even though he gave up some home runs to Chase Utley, who was, again, having a crazy World Series, he still did his job and went the distance. Overall, CC did a lot better in the Division Series and the Championship Series, but in the World Series, he did all right, but he did enough to help the Yankees win the World Series. Coming in at number 2, Alex Rodriguez. In February 16, 2004, the Texas Rangers traded Alex Rodriguez to the Yankees in exchange for Alfonso Soriano and a player to be named. Eventually, A-Rod would sign a 10-year, $275 million contract, which ended up being a record-setting contract back then. With an average of $27.5 million a year, he was really making a lot of money. His career with the Yankees spanned over 12 years, where he hit a .283 batting average, had 351 home runs. He was 4 short in his career of hitting 700 home runs. He had 1,096 RBIs, and he had 1,580 hits in total with the Yankees. Great numbers. Hall of Fame numbers, if you ask me. 2009, he had a .286 batting average, 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, and he was in top 10 of the MVP voting. He had a really solid year, and he was ready to go into the playoffs. A-Rod had an amazing ALCS, ALDS, combined. If you do the combined average, you're talking about 442 batting average. In the World Series, out of 20 at-bats, he had a .250 batting average, 6 RBIs, and 1 home run. He hits a clutch 2-run home run in Game 3. In Game 4, he delivers a clutch double onto the warning track. In Game 5, he drives in Johnny Damon, and he has a 2-run double in Game 5 as well. Overall, A-Rod, or Alex Rodriguez, did a good job in the World Series. He did what he needed to do. At some points, he was even distracting Pedro Martinez when Hideki Matsui was up to bat. And he was doing his job. He was doing everything he needed to do defensively and as well as hitting. Even though he kind of started off a little slow, he did the job in the World Series, and obviously the Yankees won, so A-Rod got his one and only championship. Coming in at number 1, Hideki Matsui. Hideki Matsui signed a 3-year contract with the Yankees back in 2003. Coming in as one of the best international players to ever be signed. He came into the 2003 season after playing in Japan and being the face of baseball out there, and the season previous in 2002 hitting about 50 home runs and having a .330 plus batting average. So Brian Cashman was excited to sign Hideki Matsui, and he signed him to a 3-year, $21 million contract. We're talking about $70 million a year, which, in my opinion, was a steal back then. In late 2005, Hideki Matsui proved himself in those 3 years, and he signed a 4-year extension with the Yankees. 4 years, $52 million contract, and $13 million a year. In his 7-year career as a Yankee, he hit .292, 140 home runs, 597 RBIs, and 977 hits. In 2009, he had a .274 batting average, 28 home runs, 90 RBIs. He was a DH back then, and he played 142 games, so he was very durable, and a guy you wanted to have at bat. Now, Hideki Matsui is number one for a reason. He did amazing throughout all of the playoffs that year. Just in general, his postseason career, he had a .312 batting average in his career in the postseason. We're talking about a guy that was clutch, that provided hits, and did it really, really well. And with this being his final season with the Yankees and his last postseason series, he made it count. In 13 at-bats in the World Series, Hideki hit .615. He had a .615 batting average. Think about that. He had 8 RBIs, 3 home runs, and all of them were clutch. He was the MVP of the World Series. Hideki Matsui did it all. He had a key home run in Game 2 to gain the lead and win it. He had a pitch hit home run in Game 3, a clutch homer in Game 6, a 2-run homer, not off of just any pitcher, but Hall of Fame pitcher, basically, Pedro Martinez. And in Game 6, he just went off. He had a clutch hit where basically 2 runs scored with the bases loaded, and he also had a 2-run double. He topped it off in that Game 6 victory for the Yankees, and he was the MVP of that series. An amazing job from Hideki Matsui, an amazing way to close off his postseason career. Overall, Hideki Matsui is one of my favorite all-time Yankees. He did it for the Yankees. He was one of the major reasons why the Yankees won that World Series. Without Hideki, history could be different. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. If you enjoyed this video and I earned your like, make sure to smash that like button. Not only that, but if you want more daily Yankees content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And make sure to let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I want to hear what's your top 5. Let me know if you agree with my top 5 or you think I left someone out. There are a bunch of honorable mentions like AJ Burnett, like Nick Swisher that I could have gone more in depth on, but I want to see what you guys think and let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this content, I have plenty more videos. Make sure to check out all of these right here for a playlist of all Yankees videos that I've come out with. Not only that, but a video that maybe is best suited for you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video if I earned it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.